But here they are. They look fucking triangle. They look like a triangle. Oh my God, here we go. Here it is.
Look at that sucker.
Are you freaking
Lights
kidding
are
me
on.
right now?
President-elect Donald Trump, he just called on the Biden administration for you guys to either release any information it has about these mysterious drone sightings or shoot the drones out of the sky. How do you respond to the president-elect?
Well,
yes, this drone issue is actually big in such a way that these people are neglecting it. Trump responded few hours ago. Now look at what they are saying here. Mayorkas says there is nothing they can do about the New Jersey drone because they don't have the authority and suggests people are just mistaking them for drones bought at convenience stores. Biggest clown in America. That is according to the person who posted this. Michael says people might simply be mistaking the drones for planes or convenience store drones. But why is this even happening to a level that we have not seen? It is important. I show you this clip. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that.
President-elect Donald Trump, he just called on the Biden administration for you guys to either release any information it has about these mysterious drone sightings or shoot the drones out of the sky. How do you respond to the president-elect?
well, first of all, the statements I've made already are the principal message that I want to communicate to the American public. We haven't seen anything unusual. We know of no threat. Secondly, we have gone to Congress repeatedly asking for more authority to counter drone activity. And we have also asked for more authority to give to the state and local officials under our supervision because he correctly notes those authorities need to be expanded.
I want to play something another New Jersey congressman, Republican Jeff Van Drew, said about the drones over his state in New Jersey. Listen to this.
We're not being told the truth. They are dealing with the American public like we're stupid. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's about. They haven't taken one down to analyze it. They have no idea where it comes from, but they know that it's not that. I mean, that's nonsense. They do not know what they're doing. Why don't they take one of them down, analyze it, and let us know what's really happening?
What do you say to the congressman?
Well, first of all, we have experts, and he should not diminish the extent of their expertise and the extent of their dedication to the well-being of the American people. These are individuals who dedicate their careers to the safety and security of the United States of America, number one. Number two, it's not as though anyone can just take down a drone in the sky. That in and of itself would be dangerous.
Do you have the authority to shoot down drones?
Our authorities are very limited. That is precisely why we have gone to Congress to expand those authorities. Our authorities are limited by the United States Coast Guard in the maritime environment, the United States Secret Service in its protection of our national leaders, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection with respect to the border. We have various authorities that are discrete to the particular missions. We can't just shoot a drone out of the sky.
Do you know for sure these are drones or unmanned aircraft? What are they?
We believe that there are cases of mistaken identity where drones are actually small aircraft and people are misidentifying them. There very well may be drones in the sky, of course, but those are commercially available. One can go into a convenience store and buy a small drone. There are also commercial drones as well. But we know of no threat or nefarious activity. And I want to repeat, Wolf, that if we learn of any cause for concern, we will be transparent in our communication of it.
We know that some of these drones, whether in the Middle East or Ukraine, have...
Yes, the most powerful military in the world doesn't have the authority to shoot down a drone out of the sky. This is gaslighting. I think if anyone has the authority to shoot down a drone out of the sky, it is the federal government. They do things they are not allowed to all of the time. So I don't understand what this man is talking about. If you're telling me, oh, we cannot do this because of this, okay, You want that it should first cause a problem first before you can do that. Have you even tried to look into it, try to determine if it can cause harm?
So, what's going on? Is this some contagious mass hysteria? Or are people really seeing something that our government cannot identify? Our own Rich McHugh went out drone hunting in New Jersey. He did not come back empty handed. Rich, tell us what you saw.
Hi, Elizabeth. Well, I got to be honest here. You know, when this story first came out a few weeks ago, as a resident of New Jersey, as a journalist, I didn't pay it much credence. I thought it would turn out to be a bunch of pranksters and this would all be over by now. The experience I had last night, however, changed the way I feel about this story completely. What I saw was more sophisticated than I ever imagined. Take a look.
Donald Trump addresses the report of drone sighting in New Jersey and around the country, calls for them to be shut down if the government really doesn't know what they are. This is the tweet. Mysterious drone sighting all over the country. Can this really be happening without our government knowledge? I don't think so. Let the public know and now, otherwise, shut them down. That is it. Trump responded to what is going on, and we saw the other day the White House respond like there's nothing like that. I don't always get it why they struggle every time to lie on things like this.
What is going on? I said, I'm going to ask Brett in the morning. So here, Brett, tell my dad, what do you think is going on?
Oh my God, it's difficult to say. It's all speculation at this point. Even the U.S. military research facility at Picatinny Arsenal just admitted that the drones are not theirs. So that's added to the confusion even more. And I've said it before, you know, I've tested a ton of drones over U.S. government installations in partnership with the military before. And that type of secrecy is just not normal for how we would conduct business. Even if we don't explain to the locals what exactly we're doing and testing drones and why, there would still be a lot of coordination of those flights at all levels of law enforcement. And if anything got out of hand, for example, public hysteria like this operation, we would shut it down immediately. But it's not stopping. And now we're even hearing more reports of drones flying over Philly now. But frankly, Dana, I don't even care at this point if it's some big U.S. government conspiracy or if this is in fact adversarial drones flying. I'm more concerned about the lack of transparency on behalf of our federal government and their inability to even want to alleviate the public's concerns at all. All they're saying is it's being investigated. That's unacceptable. And these local government officials, they need to stop saying there is no known threat unless they really know that. It's a disservice to the American people who are rightfully concerned, because I know firsthand the damage that drones can do. Even if the drones fly over a site for just a few minutes, do a bunch of flips and disappear in the middle of the night, the damage is already done. Most people don't know how much intelligence data can be collected with sensors that are attached to these drones just even in a short flight. But you know what's even more concerning is I'm realizing more and more that our law enforcement doesn't even know the rules of engagement for monitoring and downing rogue drones over the U.S.
Yes, when you take a look at this article from The Guardian, furious grow as U.S. politicians demand answers about mysterious drones. The governor of New Jersey has demanded that Biden take control of an investigation into mysterious and more frequent appearance of multiple large drones flying over his state amid mounting frustrations that federal officials are downplaying the incident. Democrat Phil released on Friday a letter he wrote to the White House to express his growing concern after representatives from the Pentagon and FBI ruled out involvement by the U.S. military or hostile foreign actors in numerous sightings of unexplained flying objects above about a dozen counties since the middle of November. It has become apparent that more resources are needed to fully understand what is behind these activities, he wrote in the letter published the same day. The report emerged of multiple drones breaching airspace at naval weapons station early in. Okay, you can see a situation like this is concerning, but they are playing over it. It is high time something should be done. If you see Trump coming out to respond to this because it has reached a level that he need to say something.
These are apparently as I understand it, very sophisticated. The minute you get eyes on them, they go dark. And, you know, we're obviously most concerned about sensitive targets and sensitive critical infrastructure. So we've got military assets, we've got utility assets, we've got the president-elect's one of his homes here. This is something we're taking deadly seriously. We've gotten good cooperation out of the feds, but we need more, and that's
Are indeed coming from offshore.
The best information that we have available to us to this point suggests that these drones are coming from offshore, that when we try to make contact with them, they become evasive and elusive. You know, from my perspective, if they are American assets, if they're American military, if they're American drones, and I think we owe the American people answers or explanations, but if they're not American made, if they're not American drones.
Thank you guys for always being there, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. For the short clip, please don't mind. You will see some short clips behind my videos. I can't explain reasons here. If you understand the algorithm, how it works, you might be able to attribute why I do that frequently.
You know, I've been thinking, we know next year is going to be challenging. We're about to endure a lot of gaslighting, greed, lying, ignorance,
I had a conversation with the Deputy Secretary of Defense.
Multiple times.
Just, you know, went like, how dare you? Do you even know what an audit is? And I'm like,
women and so many men are
theory that a lot of people seem to be coalescing around.
They were too woke, insisting that people use the term Latinx.
You have to say they. No, you have to do this.
Stop with the virtue signaling.
Step away from woke. Focus less on who is woke and more on who is broke.
I've never seen that.
I saw so many liberals getting super excited every time Kamala had a new celebrity endorsement. But we all know for a fact that these celebrity endorsements are not free.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Now it's time to unite everybody.
I want you to know what would change after doing this.
Comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that.
So, with that, I'm going to shake it off.
Figure out a way to say thank you.
That guy's name, he's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway,
Hey there.
Not doing great.
Terrible night last night. It was a terrible night.
What will the rest of us be doing on day one?